Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." They left you. It hurt. The pain was real. You felt like your world was falling apart. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. The moment you stop chasing, stop begging, and start building yourself in silence, something shifts. Regret creeps in. They start to wonder. They start to watch. And slowly, they realize they made the biggest mistake of their life. Most men make the fatal mistake of trying to win their ex back. Through words, through explanations, through desperate attempts at contact. But the Stoics understood something profound. True power doesn't come from what you say. It comes from what you become. Today, I'm going to show you 7 silent Stoic habits that make your ex regret dumping you, not through revenge, not through drama, but through the ancient art of becoming untouchable. These aren't tricks or games. These are principles that will transform you into a man of such value that your absence becomes unbearable to anyone who walked away from you. Habit number 1, you disappear completely. No texts, no calls, no social media stalking, no liking their posts, no watching their stories. Complete and total absence from their life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." When you vanish, their mind starts working overtime. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Are you thinking about them? Have you moved on already? Your silence becomes louder than any words you could ever say. In our modern world of constant connection, your absence creates a void they can't ignore. They check their phone expecting your name. It never appears. They scroll through social media looking for signs of you. You're nowhere to be found. This void, this empty space where you used to be, becomes impossible to ignore. And with each passing day, it grows larger. This is not about playing games. This is about giving yourself space to heal and giving them space to realize what they've lost. Most people don't appreciate what they have until it's truly gone. Your complete disappearance makes your absence real, final, undeniable, and that's when the regret begins to set in. Habit number 2, you focus entirely on yourself. While they're watching your absence, you're building. You're at the gym every morning. You're reading books that expand your mind. You're improving your skills. You're learning new things. You're building your career. You're becoming the version of yourself they'll never get back. Epictetus taught that we cannot control others, only ourselves. So you control the one thing that matters, your own growth. You take all that pain, all that anger, all that energy you were wasting on thinking about them, and you redirect it into becoming better. Every rep at the gym, every page you read, every skill you master, every dollar you earn, it's all proof that you don't need them to be great. And here's what happens. Weeks go by, months go by, and through mutual friends or through social media glimpses, they start to see glimpses of your transformation. You're not the broken man they left behind. You're stronger, sharper, more confident, more successful. And they realize with growing horror that they gave up on you right before you became everything they ever wanted. Every day you improve, their regret grows. This is the power of silent transformation. Habit number 3, you stop seeking closure. Weak men beg for answers. Why did you leave me? What did I do wrong? Can we talk about this? I need to understand. Strong men move forward without them. Your ex expects you to chase them, to demand explanations, to give them the satisfaction of seeing you broken and desperate for their attention. Instead, you give them nothing. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Their rejection becomes your fuel, not your prison. You accept that some chapters end without a satisfying conclusion. You accept that some people leave without explanation. And you accept that you don't need their permission or their reasons to move forward with your life. When you stop needing closure, they lose all power over you. They can't manipulate you with breadcrumbs of explanation. They can't keep you hooked with vague promises of conversation. They can't maintain any control over your emotional state. You've cut the strings completely, and ironically, your lack of need for closure often makes them desperate to give it to you, because now they need to explain themselves. They need you to understand, but you're already gone. Habit number 4, you become emotionally unbothered. This is where most men fail. They pretend to be okay while secretly checking their exes' profiles every day, hoping for a sign, analyzing every post, looking for hidden messages. Real Stoic strength means you genuinely stop caring. You don't fake indifference. You build it. You train your mind to see them as a chapter that's closed, not a story that's paused. You don't wonder if they'll come back. You don't fantasize about reconciliation. You don't keep a door open in your heart just in case. You accept reality fully and completely. It's over, and you're okay with that. More than okay. You're thriving because of it. This takes work. This takes discipline. Every time your mind drifts to them, you redirect it. Every time you feel the urge to check on them, you resist. Every time you remember the good times, you remind yourself why it ended. Slowly, day by day, they occupy less space in your mind. And eventually, you realize days have gone by where you didn't think of them at all. When they sense you've truly moved on, when they realize you're not secretly waiting for them, panic sets in. Because now they know you're not coming back. The door they thought would always be open has closed. Forever. Habit number 5. You let your success do the talking. Don't post about your pain. Don't write cryptic messages about heartbreak. Don't share sad quotes hoping they'll see them. Post about your progress instead. New job, new body, new mindset, new achievements, new life. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. So while they're stuck in the same patterns, making the same mistakes, living the same life, you're evolving. You're becoming someone new, someone better, someone they no longer recognize. They'll see it. They'll hear about it through friends. They'll stumble across your posts, and it will eat them alive. Success is the loudest form of silence. You don't need to say a word. Your life speaks for itself. Your transformation speaks for itself. And every achievement, every milestone, every victory becomes a reminder to them of what they gave up. They had access to the man you're becoming. They had a front row seat to your potential, and they walked away. Now they're watching from the outside as you become everything you promised you would be, and they're not part of it anymore. That realization, that regret, is more powerful than any words you could ever say to them. Habit number 6. You build new connections without announcing them. You don't need to parade a new relationship to make them jealous. That's weak. That's transparent. That shows you still care what they think. Instead, you quietly rebuild your social circle. You reconnect with old friends. You meet new people through your hobbies and interests. You go to new places. You create new experiences. You build a life so full and rich that there's no room in it for thoughts of them. And when they eventually find out through mutual friends that you've moved on, that you're seeing someone new, that you're happy, that you're thriving, the regret hits like a truck. Because you didn't need to prove anything. You didn't need to make them jealous. You didn't need their validation or their attention. You just lived. You just moved forward. And that authenticity, that genuine disinterest in their opinion of your life, is what makes the regret so deep. They realize you weren't waiting for them. You weren't holding on to hope. You weren't keeping yourself available. You genuinely moved on. And now someone else gets to experience the evolved version of you. Someone else gets to benefit from all the growth you've achieved. Someone else gets the best version of you, while they're stuck with the memory of who you used to be. Habit number 7. You treat them with indifference, not anger. If you ever cross paths at a party, at a mutual friends gathering, or randomly on the street, you're polite but distant. No emotion, no attachment, no lingering glances, no long conversations. You acknowledge them the same way you'd acknowledge any casual acquaintance. Pleasant, brief, forgettable. This is the ultimate power move. Anger shows you still care. Rudeness shows they still affect you. But indifference shows you've forgotten. The Stoics taught that the opposite of love isn't hate. It's apathy. Hate requires energy. Hate requires emotional investment. Apathy requires nothing. When your ex realizes they've become irrelevant to your life, when they see that they no longer have the power to affect your mood or your day, when they understand that you've genuinely moved past them, the regret becomes unbearable. Because being hated means you still matter. Being loved means you still matter. But being nothing, being irrelevant, that's the death of their ego. That's when they realize they've been completely replaced, not just by another person, but by a better life that doesn't include them. Here's what happens when you practice these 7 habits consistently. Your ex starts checking your social media compulsively. They ask mutual friends about you. They bring you up in conversations. They remember only the good times and forget why it ended. They see you thriving and start questioning their decision. They realize the grass wasn't greener. They understand what they gave up. And slowly, the regret consumes them. But here's the beautiful part, the truly powerful part. By the time they realize what they lost, by the time they're ready to reach out, by the time they're prepared to admit they made a mistake, you won't even care anymore. Because you've become someone better, someone stronger, someone who doesn't need them, someone who has moved so far beyond that relationship that going back would feel like regression. This is the Stoic way. You don't fight back with words. You fight back with silence. You don't seek revenge. You become so valuable that your absence is the revenge. Your ex made a choice. They chose to leave. Now you make yours, to rise, to rebuild, to become untouchable, to become the kind of man who doesn't need anyone to complete him. This is Stoic mastery. This is quiet power. This is how you make them regret losing you by becoming someone they can never have again.